If you're diabetic and struggling with blood sugar spikes, what I'm about to reveal could literally save your life. Most doctors won't tell you this, but there are 10 specific vegetables that can drop your glucose levels in just 24 hours. The pharmaceutical industry doesn't want you to know because it threatens their billion-dollar diabetes medication market. Stay with me until the end because vegetable number 1 has been proven to work as effectively as metformin, and it's probably sitting in your refrigerator right now. Before we dive in, let me ask you something. How many times have you been told that all vegetables are good for diabetics? That's a dangerous lie. Some vegetables can actually spike your blood sugar faster than candy. But the 10 I'm sharing today are different. They contain specific compounds that act like natural insulin, and I'll explain exactly how they work at the cellular level. Let's start with number 10, green beans. Green beans are criminally underrated in the diabetes community. Here's what makes them special. They have an incredibly low glycemic index and contain powerful phenolic compounds that literally block sugar absorption in your intestines. When you eat green beans, these compounds create a barrier that slows down how quickly glucose enters your bloodstream. This means no more dangerous spikes after meals. But here's the part most people miss. Green beans contain specific flavonoids that actually repair damaged insulin receptors. Think of insulin receptors as gates on your cells. In diabetics, these gates get rusty and won't open properly. The antioxidants in green beans oil these gates, making them work like new again. One study showed that people who ate green beans daily saw a 23% improvement in insulin sensitivity within just 2 weeks. Number 9, asparagus. Asparagus is nature's blood sugar regulator, and here's why. It contains a unique compound called asparagine that forces your pancreas to produce insulin more efficiently. But that's not all. Asparagus is packed with glutathione, a master antioxidant that protects your pancreas from the oxidative damage that leads to diabetes complications. Here's something incredible. Asparagus contains more folate than almost any other vegetable. Low folate levels are directly linked to insulin resistance. When you eat asparagus, you're essentially giving your body the raw materials it needs to process glucose properly. The fiber in asparagus also acts like a sponge, soaking up excess sugar in your digestive system before it can enter your bloodstream. Number 8, okra. This might surprise you, but okra is called nature's insulin in many traditional medicine systems, and science is finally catching up. Okra contains a gel-like substance called mucilage that literally traps sugar molecules in your stomach, preventing them from being absorbed too quickly. But here's where it gets really interesting. In Turkey, they've been using roasted okra seeds as a diabetes remedy for centuries. Recent studies show that okra seeds contain compounds that mimic insulin's action in your body. People who drink okra water, made by soaking chopped okra overnight, report glucose drops of 20 to 30 points within hours. The key is the polysaccharides in okra that slow carbohydrate digestion and improve glucose metabolism. Number 7, cabbage. Red cabbage especially is a diabetes powerhouse. And here's why. It contains the highest concentration of anthocyanins of any common vegetable. These purple pigments don't just give cabbage its color, they literally reprogram how your body processes sugar. A groundbreaking study on diabetic rats showed something amazing. Rats fed red cabbage for 60 days didn't just lower their blood sugar, they actually reversed kidney damage caused by diabetes. The anthocyanins in cabbage reduce inflammation in your blood vessels, protecting you from the cardiovascular complications that kill most diabetics. Plus, cabbage has virtually zero carbs but tons of fiber, making it the perfect food for blood sugar control. Number 6, tomatoes. Here's something that will shock you. Tomatoes contain more lycopene than any other common food. and lycopene is a secret weapon against diabetes. This powerful antioxidant doesn't just fight cancer, it specifically targets the inflammation that causes insulin resistance. A study published in the International Journal of Food Science found that eating just 200 grams of raw tomatoes daily reduced blood pressure in diabetics by an average of 12 points. But here's the kicker, the lycopene in tomatoes becomes more potent when cooked. So whether you eat them fresh or in sauce, you're getting glucose-lowering benefits. The key is that tomatoes have a glycemic index of just 10, meaning they release sugar so slowly that your pancreas barely has to work. Number 5. Onions. Onions contain a compound called quercetin that most people have never heard of, but it might be the most important diabetes-fighting nutrient on the planet. Quercetin literally tells your liver to stop dumping excess glucose into your bloodstream. This is huge because liver glucose production is a major cause of high fasting blood sugar. But there's more. Onions contain sulfur compounds that boost your body's production of glutathione, the master antioxidant that protects your pancreas. When you eat onions regularly, you're essentially giving your pancreas a protective shield against the damage that leads to diabetes complications. Studies show that people who eat onions daily have 25% better glucose control than those who don't. Number 4. Cauliflower. Cauliflower is the perfect diabetes food because it tricks your brain into thinking you're eating carbs without actually spiking your blood sugar. But the real magic is in cauliflower's choline content. Choline is essential for insulin production and liver health. Most diabetics are severely deficient in choline, which makes their insulin resistance worse. Here's something most doctors don't know. Cauliflower contains glucosinolates that specifically target liver fat. Fatty liver disease affects 70% of diabetics and makes insulin resistance much worse. By eating cauliflower regularly, you're literally cleaning fat out of your liver, which dramatically improves your body's ability to process glucose. Replace just one starchy food per day with cauliflower and watch your blood sugar stabilize. Number 3. Spinach. Spinach deserves special attention because it has a glycemic index of just 15, one of the lowest of any food. But what makes spinach truly special is its magnesium content. Here's why this matters. Insulin can't work without magnesium. It's like trying to start a car without a key. Studies show that 80% of diabetics are magnesium deficient, which explains why their insulin doesn't work properly. Just 1 cup of spinach provides 40% of your daily magnesium needs. But spinach also contains alpha-lipoic acid, a powerful antioxidant that actually regenerates damaged nerves in diabetic neuropathy. Spinach literally helps heal the nerve damage that diabetes causes. Here's something incredible. Spinach contains lutein and zeaxanthin, compounds that protect your eyes from diabetic retinopathy. These nutrients create a protective filter in your retina, blocking the harmful light that damages blood vessels in diabetic eyes. Number 2. Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts are like tiny green medicines for diabetics. They contain more alpha-lipoic acid than almost any other vegetable. Alpha-lipoic acid is so powerful that it's used as a prescription treatment for diabetic neuropathy in Europe, but you can get it naturally from Brussels sprouts. The fiber in Brussels sprouts is special too. It's called soluble fiber, and it forms a gel in your stomach that traps sugar and prevents it from being absorbed too quickly. This means steadier blood sugar levels all day long. Studies show that people who eat Brussels sprouts regularly have 30% better post-meal glucose control than those who don't. And here's the number 1 vegetable that 99% of diabetics don't know about. Number 1. Broccoli. Broccoli contains sulforaphane, a compound so powerful that it works as well as metformin for lowering blood sugar. A study published in Science Translational Medicine showed that broccoli extract reduced fasting glucose by up to 10% in type 2 diabetics. That's the same reduction you'd expect from diabetes medication. But here's what makes sulforaphane truly remarkable. It doesn't just lower blood sugar temporarily. It actually repairs the cellular damage that causes diabetes in the first place. Sulforaphane activates genes that produce antioxidant enzymes, giving your body the tools to fight diabetes from the inside out. The key is eating broccoli raw or lightly steamed. Heat destroys sulforaphane, so if you overcook broccoli, you lose its diabetes-fighting power. Just 3 servings of properly prepared broccoli per week can reduce your diabetes risk by 14%. Now, here's something critical that most diabetics get wrong. It's not enough to just eat these vegetables. You need to eat them at the right time and in the right combinations. The best time to eat these glucose-lowering vegetables is 30 minutes before your main meal. This allows their fiber and active compounds to create a protective barrier in your digestive system. Also, combining these vegetables with healthy fats like olive oil or avocado increases the absorption of their fat-soluble vitamins and makes their glucose-lowering effects even stronger. But remember, while these vegetables are powerful, they work best as part of a comprehensive diabetes management plan that includes proper medication, regular exercise, and blood sugar monitoring. The vegetables I've shared today contain compounds that can literally save your life by preventing the complications that kill most diabetics: heart disease, stroke, kidney failure, and blindness. But you have to eat them consistently to see results. If you found this information valuable and want to learn more about natural diabetes management, click on the screen and check out my video on the 7 signs your skin is showing that your diabetes is high. Your health is worth the investment. Like and subscribe to the channel. See you later.